And a very good day to you all. In this video, I would like to share with you on how to solve example 13. So what we have to do in example 13, we have to rationalize the denominator for the following cert. Because as you can see from each one of the problem, the fraction has a cert inside the denominator. Okay, we cannot write a fraction with cert in the denominator because the cert is irrational. So denominator of a fraction cannot be irrational. So we have to do something about this. Hence come the word rationalize. We have to make it rational. So to make it rational, we have to turn the denominator into a natural number. Rational number. Any rational number. Doesn't matter lah what is the number. As long as the number don't have cert anymore. Okay. So in order to achieve that, we have to, very simple. Just look at the denominator. And then, we copy paste the square root. Copy paste the square root in a new fraction in denominator and numerator, just like this. Okay, and then we have to put minus. Okay, we have to put minus at the cert. Initially the cert is positive, right? Positive 3, right? So for this one, it's a minus cert 3. Okay, then what to do? We multiply lah. We multiply the multiplication of fraction, we can multiply numerator with numerator. Okay, so let's multiply the numerator with numerator. So 2 multiplied by negative 3 is negative 2 cert 3. Okay, and then over. Okay, we multiply the one down here as well. What we have, it's minus cert 3 cert 3. Okay, now from the previous example and my previous videos, we know that negative cert 3 multiplied by cert 3 is negative 3. And then up here, negative 2 cert 3, just copy. And then we can simplify the negative here to become positive. Therefore, this is the final answer. Okay, let's go to the second one. Okay, let's go to the second one. Okay, so how to rationalize this one? Okay, look at the denominator over here. Okay, and then watch out of the sign in front of the square root, which is positive. We copy paste and change the sign into negative. This step is called taking the conjugate. So we take the minus of 2 cert 3 is the conjugate of plus 2 cert 3. Okay, and then we copy the same thing in the numerator up here, and then we can start our multiplication. Okay, so let's multiply this one. Maybe I do this. Okay, multiply this one. We get minus 6 square root 5 square root 3. Okay, and then we multiply this. Okay, now what do we get? Negative also. 4 square root of 3 square root of 3. Okay, then we solve it further. As you can see here, the minus can be numerator denominator can be positive, cancel each other. So and then the next one we simplify 6 and 4. Divide them to have 3 over 2. So 3 over 2. And then this one, numerator 5 cert 3 is cert 15, and down here is cert 3 is 30. So 2 multiplied by 3 is 6. I write it separately lah. I write down here lah. So we have no need. This 3 can potong with this one. So we have square root 15 over 2. Even better. Even better. Okay. Alamak. I put C over here lah. Okay, so for the next one, C is 2 over square root of 3 minus 1. Yeah? Okay. So better lah. More space to do work. Okay. For the first two example, the denominator only have one term. For example, this one only 1 third 3 and this one also only 1 2 third 3 lah. It's a one whole thing. But this denominator now has two terms, third 3 and minus 1. So what should we do? Okay, now, first thing first, we have to rearrange the denominator in such a way that the third is at the back. Like this. So we have to write minus 1 plus 3. Okay, like this. And then we can multiply by the conjugate. Multiply by its conjugate. Now, what is the conjugate for the denominator? Minus 1 plus 3. Easy. Just copy paste. Just copy paste negative 1 plus square root of 3. And then turn the positive in front of third 3 becomes negative. Do not turn the negative, do not multiply negative for both terms. Okay, the conjugate for minus 1 plus 3 is not 1 minus third 3. It is wrong. This is what you get if you multiply minus 1 and plus third 3 with negative 1. It is not. The conjugate is the opposite sign of the root. Okay, as you can see here, the root inside the denominator is only square root of 3. Okay, so the conjugate is negative square root of 3. Okay, so the negative one, just leave it negative 1. No need to change to positive. Okay, take the conjugate, copy paste up here in the numerator. Yeah. Okay, done. Now what to do? Multiply. Okay, now we multiply the numerator. Multiply the numerator, this one. So 2 multiply by minus 1 minus square root of 3. Yeah. Then next, we multiply the denominator. What we have, this one, we have to be careful. So we have to put them in bracket first. Minus 1 square root, minus 1 plus square root of 3. Minus 1 minus square root of 3. Okay, better. Okay, now, the next one, we do one by one lah. So if you think if it's too long, then you skip some steps. Provided that you are not careless lah. Okay, let's expand the numerator. 2 multiplied by negative 1 is negative 2. 2 multiplied by negative square root of 3 is minus 2 square root of 3. Okay, done already. Good. Now, we continue with the denominator. Now, for this one, we expand this minus 1 to have 1. Okay, next, minus 1 with minus square root of 3 is plus square root of 3. Okay, then plus square root of 3 multiplied by minus 1 is minus square root of 3. And last but not least, square root of 3 multiplied by minus square root of 3, which is minus 3. Okay, okay, now, if you notice, this part, they are just the same thing. They cancel each other. So, the middle part becomes 0. Leave us with 1 minus 3. 1 minus 3, which is minus 2. Okay, so minus 2 square root of 3. Can cancel back. Can cancel, can divide back lah. We can factorize the minus 2 outside. 1 plus square root of 3 minus 2. Right? Right. Okay. Then we can potong. See, we can potong. Now, what's left? 1 plus square root of 3. So, this is the answer for C. Okay. Okay. Let's have a look at the at this one, the last one. I think I'm going to write the question a little bit further up. Square root of 3 over square root of 3 minus 1 plus 2 over 2 square root of 2 plus 1. Okay. Okay, so this one I have to erase with white pen. Okay, erase. No need to see. Okay, let's begin our journey. Okay, so for this one, it's a little bit not a little bit complicated lah. Just add a little spice in our calculation. Variety. The previous one are the previous three. The first three are quite simple. So for this one, we just increase the difficulty a little bit. So for this one, what we have to do, we have to rationalize the denominator for each fraction first. You cannot cross multiply first because to prevent confusion, especially if the square root are not the same. This is square root of 3 and over there square root of 2. So very difficult if you cross multiply. I'm afraid lah. So what we can do is we do one by one. So square root of 3. This one we have to rewrite lah, right? Like this. Put the square root at the back. And then I'm going to leave this for the conjugate. And then plus 2 over 1 plus 2 square root of 2. Multiply by its own conjugate. Okay. So let's take the conjugate for this one, for the denominator. Okay. Let's have a look at the sign of the square root of 3. Change it into negative. And then the digit you just copy. And then for denominator also you just copy paste. Easy. So for this one, look, the sign is positive, change it to negative, and then the digit in front and the back just copy paste. This one also the same, just copy paste. Very easy. That's all. Okay, and then the rest continue lah. Continue. So the working might be a little bit messy because we are dealing with so many fraction. Okay, so we need to be extra careful lah. So let's multiply this one. Okay, so just put square root of 3 outside. Okay, minus 1 minus square root of 3. Okay. And then, alamak, I do it in blue lah. Square root of 3 minus 1 minus square root of 3. Okay. And then this one. Okay. This one cannot multiply right away lah. Just put them next to each other. Like this. Minus 1 minus square root of 3. I think this is similar with the previous one. Yes, it is. Yes, really similar. So we can just copy paste the calculation. Okay, so that's for the first fraction. Okay, let's do for the second fraction over here. Okay, let's multiply the numerator. So 2, 1 minus 2 square root of 2. Okay, and then denominator. What is the denominator? Just copy paste 2 brackets. 1 plus 2 square root of 2. 1 minus 2 square root of 2. Okay, now so let's continue the calculation for the first one. This one need to multiply. No need lah. No need to multiply. No need to multiply first. Let's see. Because the previous one, we multiply and then we need to factorize pula. Okay. So this one, this multiplication is just the same with this one. Okay. As you can see, this one will be equal to this and will be equal to this. Okay. And what is the pattern that we can see? We can see we can get the first term by multiplying these two, and the last term by multiplying these two. And the other two we already know they will cancel each other. That's the sole purpose we are doing conjugate. Okay, to make the cert go away. So we can do the faster route. Okay, so just multiply the first one and the first one at the back. Minus 1 multiply, we get 1. And then plus cert 3 minus cert 3 plus cert 3 multiply by minus cert 3, we have minus 3. So that's the shortcut I'm going to I show you already. Okay, so for the next fraction, copy paste 1 to 2. Okay, just apply what I've taught. 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. 2 sec 2 multiply negative 2 sec 2 is minus 2 sec 2 multiplies 2 sec 2. Okay, we can rearrange. These 2 and 2 can 2 get 4, and then this square root of 2 becomes 2. Okay, becomes 2, so it's 8. Yeah. Okay, like that. Okay, next what we do, this one multiply lah, and then the denominator we simplify. So this one, square root of 3 multiply minus 1 is square root, negative square root of 3. Square root of 3 multiply negative square root of 3 is negative 3. 1 minus 3 is minus 2. While the next one is, this one, multiply lah. Okay, so 2 multiplied by 1 is 2. 2 multiplied by negative 2 sec 2 is negative 4 sec 2. 1 minus 8 is negative 7. Okay, so this one we can simplify further. Simplify further as sec 3 plus 3 over 2. Because all negative can be positive, plus, what's this? Oh, negative lah. Put negative in front can? Can. Negative 2 minus 4 square root of 2 over 7. So this is the final answer for the last part. Okay, so I think that's all for example 13, sorry. Okay, so thank you for your time and attention. Assalamualaikum. Have a good day.